Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is the official media part of the Strawberry Party and the famous Oslo City Hall. And they say it's showtime, but now it's the Bislett time. And let's introduce to the two biggest sprinting stars for tomorrow. By the way, the weather forecast is improved. And meet director Steinar Hoen is telling me it should be sunny and around 15, 16 degrees during the meet time. And I'm very happy to welcome again in Oslo Dafne Shippers, double world champion from Netherlands at 200 meters. She is here for third time running the 200 meters, and the previous two occasions she was the winner. And Christian Coleman, the fastest man on earth in the 100 meters, he is here for the first time in Oslo. So, yes, I will start with the first question to Dafne, of course, ladies first. So far, you had 4 races this season, 2 on the 100, 2 on the 200 meters. So how it is everything going for you so far in 2019?
Yeah, I'm very happy. I had a big problem with an injury, but I'm coming back faster and faster every event. So I'm glad to be here again, and I hope a little bit faster tomorrow than my last one.
So it is something special for you to be back on a place where you won your last 200-meter races.
Yeah, it's always nice. It's nice for me to come back here, and I like the atmosphere really, really much here.
When you think back home or wherever about Bislett Games and Oslo, what is popping on your mind first?
Yeah, what I said, I think the atmosphere, like the people are so nice and really nice how much they cheer in the stadium, and yeah, it's really cool to come back, and it's always nice if you win a couple times.
Yeah, the organizers announced already last week it's sold out, so that's this nice. Is also a good sign for the atmosphere.
Yeah, that's great, yeah.
Christian, also for you the question, so far one race in the outdoor season, where you are with your planning, with your thinking about the times and the whole season?
I mean, I feel like I'm right where I want to be. I opened up with a pretty good time. Obviously, a lot of things that I can work on, but I feel like I'm healthy, and that's the main goal for the season is to stay healthy. I wasn't able to compete here last year because I had a hamstring injury, so the main goal for this year is to stay healthy and make it all the way to the World Championships and compete on the world stage. So I like where I'm at right now. I've had one race, and I went back and I've been training the past month, and I feel like my next run will be even better. So I'm excited.
Yeah, your last or first race this year, last race so far in China, you have been nipped so closely at the end. When you think about that race now from the perspective of nearly 1 month, what do you think about that race?
I mean, it's just you never know what to expect with your first race because you can put in so much work and time and effort in the training, but you can never really simulate, that actual competition and getting out there and running against a world-class field in the heat of the moment. And so, it was a lot of things that I was working on in the off season to be prepared for my opener. But then when I actually got out there, I don't know, some bad habits crept up, and I didn't perform necessarily as well as I wanted to. But I wasn't complaining. I was definitely satisfied with the result because I had a pretty good time, and so I don't know. I just took a lot of positives away from it, a lot of negatives as well, and it was a really good opener for me, and so I'm just looking to just improve from there.
Is that part of your planning that you don't race so often? For example, comparing with Dafne, who already has 4 races in her legs.
Yeah, I think everybody's body is different and everybody's schedule is going to be different because of this World Championships being pushed back a little bit. And so this was just part of the plan. I'll run here and a few more races before USA's. And then a few more races after USA. So just being really strategic on where I want to run, and when you don't compete as much, you have to be really diligent and intent in practice in your training, and I feel like I have. So I'm able to not compete as much in preparation for the World Championship. So, yeah.
We know about Dafne. Most probably you want to double at the World Championships, 1 and 2. And Christian, you also said some time ago that you want to double in Doha. Is that still the plan?
Definitely. So I'm running the 100 here, and I run the 200 next week. And so I'm excited to see where I open up there. I haven't ran the 200 since 2017. I had an injury last year and decided to just focus on the 100. So it'll be interesting to see, you know, how my season goes with the 200, you know, being incorporated this year. But you know, my training's been going really good. I'm excited about it, and so you know, we'll see. I'm gonna get out there and compete with the best of them.
Yeah, Dafne has it clearly easier than you to qualify for the World Championships. You still must be, Christian, at the trials within the top 3 in the 100, as Justin Gatlin has the wild card, but you will be at the end 4 Americans in the 100. Is that good for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's definitely good because competing in the USA is, you know, one of the hardest teams to make in the world. So when you do make that team, you know, you have a lot of pride in going out there and you want to get a medal for your country, you know, just because it's so hard to make that team. And so I'm excited about it. Like you said, it'll be 4 guys in the 100, you know, with Justin Gatlin getting the bye. And hopefully I can be in the top 3 in that 100 and in the top 3 in the 200 and go out to the World Championships and try to get some medals.
Yeah, there have been in recent days very fast times at NCAA's championships among women, world junior records, also among men. Do you think these collegiate athletes can make it until the time of Doha? Because that's very specific time for them to compete.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be tough, man. It'll be tough because me coming from the collegiate system, I know how hard it is to run a full indoor season and try to peak at the nationals, run a full outdoor season and peak at conference and nationals, and then have to make that USA team and still have to, you know, keep your season going to be at your best to compete against, you know, the best in the world. So it'll be tough, but you know, we'll really see who's the best of the best, you know, being able to sustain that long. So I guess it's the most tough on them, you know, with the World Championships being pushed back a little bit because everybody else gets to try to, like, you know, plan their season accordingly. But, you know, they still have the same collegiate system and, you know, have to run fast at the NCAA championships, but also have to try to go out and make that USA team in a month. So it'll be tough. It'll be interesting to see, you know, who's still running fast. But
early October, now peaking and running their PBs.
I think it's difficult, but yeah, you never know. It is possible, I think, but for us, for me, it's very simple. Like, we can make the team already, and then, like, we need to figure out how to do the season, and that's why I do a couple races now, and then I do have some rest in between, and then do a couple of competitions because we don't have that serious the nationals, and that makes it much easier for me. Yeah.
And both you have also, if everything goes well, also planned for the relay, I think, Netherlands and USA, of course.
Yeah, that's the plan. Yeah.
Yeah. So you will be busy people there in Doha.
Always.
If everything, when everything goes well. Maybe to the technical area, is there something specific you are now working on in your preparation, like start or the end phase of the race?
Yeah, I always work a lot on my start, and I